Hello! In this video, I'm going to show you how I clean my air-dry clay sculptures with a modified electric toothbrush. Let's get going! Here are the supplies that I use to make a couple of sanding discs. An adhesive dispenser, a small piece of plastic, some sandpaper. I use 220 grit, a pair of scissors, an electric toothbrush, a small piece of craft foam that comes on a sheet, a circle punch cutter. I used a 3/4 inch size, and a small pliers. The first part of the process is to remove the bristles from the toothbrush. So I used the small pliers and just really wiggled away and pulled, and it's quite a process, this part, but once the bristles are all removed, it's pretty easy after that. Now we will begin to make the sanding discs for the toothbrush. First, cut out a circle in the sandpaper using the paper punch. Next, apply some adhesive to the back of the sandpaper circle. Place that onto the piece of fun foam and cut around the sandpaper circle. Apply some adhesive to the toothbrush where the bristles were, and pop the sanding disc onto the toothbrush, making sure it's attached securely. Another way to make the sanding discs is to use the foam dots that you can find in the card making and scrapbooking supplies. And it's the same process. You'll attach the foam dot to the back of the sandpaper and cut around it just like the other process with a sheet of fun foam. And what I like to do when I do this is I will cut some discs up ahead of time and pop them back into those openings there. And I also like to use a few different grits of sandpaper depending how coarse I need the sandpaper for when I clean my pieces. And then the extra ones that I put on the foam sheets, I just put in a little baggie until I need them. Okay, let's begin to sand an air dry clay piece using the sanding disc. I have one of my small whale clay sculptures, and I'm smoothing out the surface using the sanding disc. And once I'm done with the sanding disc, I like to use the bristles on the electric toothbrush or a regular toothbrush and clean out any areas where the clay dust gets stuck, like any recessed areas on the piece. For example, on my whale sculpture, most of the areas where the dust gets stuck is in the eyes and the mouth area. So I'll just use the bristles to help clean out those areas, get that dust out of there a little bit more. I turned off one of the lights so you could see the details on my whale sculpture a little bit better. And you can see those areas, those recessed areas where the dust will get caught that I had to clean out with the toothbrush bristles. There's just a little bit of cleaning left to do on the whale sculpture. I'll do a little bit more sanding. And then one of the last steps is using a wet rag. This helps to smooth out any uneven areas on the surface of the clay because it helps soften the clay a little bit again. And it also will help remove any remaining dust on the surface of the sculpture. Here's a look at the whale sculpture all finished. What do you think? Do you want to make one for yourself? Let me know in the comments. Here's a quick look at a couple of sculptures that I had to repair. So I just used some of the clay and covered over the painted surface where the repairs needed to be done. And now I'm just cleaning and sanding like I normally would and wiping it down with some water, and then they will be ready to repaint. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you later.